we're going to talk about physical freedom and 3 ways to accept that this is your body and the only one that you get, and you should enjoy it. Our body has become a battleground in social media. This is what you should look like, and this is how you shouldn't. This is what you should wear, and when, and why. And everybody seems to have an opinion on the one thing that you cannot change in your life. No matter how much you try, no matter what you do, this is the body that you get. This is how you look, this is how you talk, and this is the reality that cannot be changed. Your body is yours, and there is not an exchange policy on it. You are going to live in this body for the rest of your life, and you better get into a place where you have a better relationship, or it's going to be a everlasting battle that is going to continue for your whole life unless you understand this is a sacred place to be and an important place to be, because it is yours and you can't live anywhere else, no matter to what country you go to or person you meet or place you live in. This is the body that is going to go with you, and how you treat it is going to matter significantly, and it's going to affect the world around you. How you treat your body is important because it is yours, and there doesn't matter who is saying yes or no to you. You have to decide that this is your body, and you're going to make the choices for it that matter. As long as we understand that there is no decision that's going to be separate from the physical effect, we are going to start to realize why our bodies are functioning the way that they are. We carry around the stress and the mental and emotional toll that the world is exerting over us. And a lot of it has to do with how our body looks. What are you eating? How much are you sleeping? Where are you going? How much time are you spending outside? How much are you walking? How much are you exercising? All of this is affecting the one body that you cannot exchange. And your relationship with all of these things is going to change depending on how you view and feel about yourself. And once you can start to accept, you know what? I struggled when I was younger. I struggled yesterday, but it is up to me to decide that this body is going to get the respect that I deserve. And the fact that your body is trying to keep you alive, no matter what decisions you are making, even if you are stressed and you're not sleeping, you're not eating, your body is still functioning to try to keep you alive with what resources you are giving it. So at the end of the day, if we treated our body with this understanding, we don't get to exchange this for another one. You can't switch in your body for a new one like you can switch in your iPhone for the newest model. The newest model is going to be created through your actions and decisions, and you can create a better version of yourself, but you have to put in the work. You actually have to rebuild that next model and build the next version of yourself through your choices and your actions, the same amount of effort that it took you to get to where you are. If you are struggling with how you look or how you feel, it is because you haven't realized the power that you actually have. You can decide not to look at those social media posts or to interact with those people who don't care for how you actually feel. You get to decide where your attention goes and where you are accepting opinions and thoughts about who you are. So it is up to you to look at the world and say, you know what? It's great that all of you have these opinions and thoughts and decisions you're making, but it is my opinions that are going to affect my body, and your body really does keep the score. If you are stressed for an extended period of time, you are going to feel it. You're going to have to stop and rest, and your body deserves you treating it like it is the one thing that you can't replace. You can replace a car, you can get new people in your life, you can get a new couch. You cannot buy a new body, no matter how many times these surgeries are being broadcasted or all these quick get rich quick, get skinny quick schemes are telling you. Your body is an explanation, a physical embodiment of the decisions that you're making. We can all say we have a certain amount of standards or certain things we do or don't allow, and our body is the visual representation of the choices we are making and the standards we are upholding. Who are you going to be, and how are you going to exemplify to the world that this is how you feel about yourself? Are you wearing the clothes that you are interested in and that excite you and that make you feel free in this world? Or are you wearing the trends that everybody else is? Are you wearing the things that matter to you and that make you feel free? Are you eating the foods that make you feel better and that excite you about the day? Or do you always feel run down and like you need a 3-hour nap after you eat? Are you drinking enough water? Are you moving your body? Or do you feel like you're staying up all night because you have energy that you didn't exert? Or you're thinking about the world around you and how stressed out you are? Moving your body and taking care of your body is going to help you understand that anywhere you go and anything that you do is a direct impact on your body and your mind, and that one interacts with the other constantly. Your mind is going to move forward as quickly as you allow it, or as much as you don't allow it. The world is going to tell you what you should be doing, but it is up to you to decide, because nobody else has to deal with the consequences of those choices, and what you're choosing to do is going to matter. And your relationship with everything that has to do with your body is a direct reflection of the relationships you have with everyone else. The relationship you have with eating food and drinking water is a reflection of how much you're willing to take from other people. If you are prioritizing drinking water and eating the healthy food, then you are also prioritizing those same situations in other aspects of your life. You are going to be choosing the people who are choosing you, because you're going to become used to this feeling of being healthy and feeling better, and you're not going to continue to allow people in your life that make you feel worse or bad about yourself, or make you decide worse decision, or impact you or influence you to make decisions that you don't necessarily want to. Your behavior with how you treat your body is going to affect how everybody else treats you as well. If you walk into a room and you're confident with the clothes that you're wearing, the other people around you are going to see that and notice that. If you're shrinking back and you're afraid and you're allowing the biggest trend of the current day to matter more than what you're comfortable with, other people are going to notice that they can influence you more significantly and into a direction where you're even uncomfortable, and that you're okay with it. What you choose to project to the world is what you're saying you're okay with. How are you sharing your image to other people, and what does it mean to you? Are you allowing social media to tell you, hey, you should be wearing this, or you need to be this weight, or you need to look like this, you need to straighten your hair, you need to have this hair color, you need to have this earring? What are you allowing the outside world to dictate about your life? And at the end of the day, it's up to you to decide if this is going to be true. But as you are allowing the outside world to influence you, you're telling people in your life and new people that you're easily influenced, and you can be taken control of pretty easily by other people and by their actions, because not only do you not like these decisions, but you're okay with continuing them because somebody else believes it's better for you. What other people think about you and your diet and what you do doesn't matter, because you have to deal with the consequences 24/7 of the decisions you make. The decision to stay up all night talking to your friend who just broke up with the same guy for the 5th time, or staying up late to watch that TV show and continue to eat chocolate and candy throughout the whole night, even though you need to get up early in order to not miss that workout class. What decisions are you making to actually amplify that you respect your body and the fact that it is the only place that you're ever going to live in? How are you living with that decision right now? And how are you approaching people when they disrespect your boundaries? And if you don't know if people are, what decisions are you making about your body, and how do you feel about them? Do you actually enjoy the food that you're eating? Are you excited about the things that you do for an exercise or for a day-to-day? What are you doing that is exciting you about the life that you live in? And if you're not excited, why are you continuing to do it? How are all of your friends being overweight affecting you? And the fact that you are thinking about, I want to make a change. How are you going to allow those other people who aren't going to make a change to influence you? They've influenced you for so long. How long is that power over you going to continue? It's up to you. And as you start to change your relationship with your body, you're going to start to see the relationships around you change. You might see people stop talking to you or migrate their way out of your life because you decided to behave differently and to behave in accordance with what you want and not what everyone else has expected of you. And it doesn't have to be you suddenly start going to CrossFit 17 times a week. It could be as simple as you drink more water and therefore you have less time and less space to go after work and drink 5 drinks. Maybe you'll only drink 1, and then you'll have more space for you to go on that walk because now you feel better and that you're more able to be active. What do you want to do, and what is a version of you that is living this life doing? Is the person that you want to be going out all the time and spending all their money at the bars? Or is that person disciplined with where their time and their attention goes and how they behave towards themselves and therefore others? You're going to gain respect from others when you say, this is as far as I'm willing to go. I need to end the conversation an hour into it and not 3 hours. I need to go and cook dinner for myself so I'm not spending money and buying things that don't make me feel good. When you start to initiate a new version of yourself, it is going to turn certain people off who benefited from you being in that place. If you are always the friend willing to go out every weekend and suddenly you're not, and you're looking at your life and making different decisions, and that person continues to do that, they might not be interested in being around you. And that is going to come along with the sacrifice of you becoming the person that you want. You might have to let go of people who aren't going to be able to be there for you because they just don't understand you anymore. They don't get why you are upset and willing to do something about it instead of just being upset and complaining and continuing in the same direction. It might hurt other people, and that isn't your fault. You doing what's best for you is not you intentionally hurting others, and it's not your responsibility to make other people feel better about their bad decisions. And therefore, when other people aren't upholding your decisions, you have to be the one to do so. There is nobody who's going to give you a gold medal when you are finally able to go for that run or you're drinking more water, but you are going to notice the difference, and you are going to clock the score, and you're going to clock the difference, and you are going to decide, hey, is this what I actually want? Am I living the life that I want? And you are going to be more comfortable with answering those questions and weeding out the different decisions that aren't enabling you to become a better version of yourself. And therefore, you're gonna have to just say no to certain things. And if that means certain people leave your life, that is a sacrifice that is going to come along, but that you have to do in order for you to live the best life that you can. It's all a part of the work that we have to do to become free in the decisions that we make, and so that we can go and meet people who want to be around us, who encourage us, and who aren't dragging us back constantly. You want people who are helping you grow, helping you fly into this new version of yourself, and you can't get there if you're holding yourself back through your decisions and therefore the people you keep around. And part of physical freedom is actually being able to move your body and to get into that place. And not only are you physically moving and therefore enabling all these emotions and chemicals that are great for you, but you're also physically moving out of the current place that you're in and into a new one. And you have the proof to show it. You can go out and go for a longer walk in the heat and you're not as tired, or you're more excited to be tired because you know you've put in the work and that your body is excited about where it is. So what you are doing is going to matter, and you moving your body is a part of that. And when it comes to physical freedom, you have to eat better food, you have to sleep more, you have to physically move. There is no get rich quick, get skinny quick scheme that is going to get you into the place that you want to be, because it is about the decisions that you make along the way. The decision of you to go to bed earlier, and when you wake up 3 hours before your alarm because you weren't that tired, you're gonna be more tired the next night, and following this schedule is just gonna get easier. But it is not an easy decision, but it is one that is going to move you closer to who you want to be, and you have to decide if that is the person that you want to be or not. Where you are going to go next is fully dependent on the decisions that you make right now and who you're allowing to influence those decisions. Whether you are excited about the place you're in right now or not, it's up to you to decide what that next place is going to be. Find something that actually excites you when it comes to working out, and this is the tale as old as time. Find the workout that works for you, but literally start anywhere. And you will eventually start to see the difference. Go for a 5-minute walk. Walk up and down your stairs 4 more times than you usually do in a day. Start anywhere, and then you'll start to see the difference. What decisions can you make that aren't drastic overnight? Can you drink 1 more bottle of water than soda in a day? Can you sit with yourself for 10 minutes instead of constantly needing some kind of stimulation? Can you go for a walk, or can you do something that's minor? Can you go and eat a healthier snack? Can you have some vegetables instead of the overprocessed meat? What can you do to slowly incorporate these better habits? And this isn't about suddenly in 3 months from now we're 100 pounds less and we wear size 2 clothes. It's about creating sustained change. If you lose weight significantly and you haven't changed your decisions, you're just going to go back to where you were. And it is a mindset shift that you have to go through no matter what decision it is that you're making, whether it's a mindset shift with your workouts or with the people around you. It is all going to impact one another. You are probably not making amazing decisions financially and then eating really bad and super overweight. Those things just don't correlate. The way you do one thing is how you do everything, and you have to decide how you are going to change doing everything by doing that one thing. You don't think that drinking more water is going to transform your life, and yet we think that some other decision is going to transform our life for the better. We think that someday someone is going to share some secret with us that is going to transform our life. It's all the same secret. It's not a quick fix. It is a sustained change. There is no decision that you're going to make 3 times and you're never going to revert back to the person you were. You have to make these decisions over and over again and keep creating those habits to make this version of yourself that you want. There's so many books about habits and the actual step-by-step ways to do it, but all of them at the basis and at the heart of what they're saying is you just have to be consistent with the action that you're doing and to realize that this is just how it has to go. You're not going to suddenly transform overnight. You're not going to suddenly get $1 million. You have to put in the work, because along that process you're going to put in the habits in place that you need in order to actually be able to have this thing while you have it. If you suddenly overnight are given $1 million, you're not going to overnight understand how to work with that amount of money or what to do with it. But if you over time are saving money and you're investing and you're learning about what it means to run a business, you are going to be able to adapt and upgrade as these new things come into your life. So be grateful for the fact that your body is the only one that you get. It doesn't matter how many people you see or things you go to, it is your body that is going to experience it with you. And because it is the only one you get, you gotta treat it with the respect and understanding that this is the basis of every relationship you're ever going to have, and that it is going to determine which direction you go to, and that you can always go back to the smallest changes in order for you to get to those big things. And it's exactly where you're gonna end up. You gotta move your body and understand that the smallest thing will add up to the big thing, because it's the tiny things all together that create these big changes, and it is over time. We overestimate what we can do in a year and we underestimate what we can do in 10. Who do you want to be in 10 years? Do you even have a direction that you want to go in? It's not necessarily this or that. It could be all of these. It could be at different times, but only you get to decide what success looks like, and it is only your body that is going to get you there. Your body does keep the score, and your score can get better with the decisions that you make. I'll leave down below all the questions associated with physical freedom, from the importance of being selfish. We'll continue to talk about this, and at the end of the day, it is your choices that matter. Everything everyone mentions is great, but only you get to apply it. So, I'll see you soon. Have a great day.